Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. And we're here for the final rounds of the GT3 World Endurance Series. It's Season 2 in the Toyota Supras, the best of Japan. And what is the GT3 World Endurance Series, you wonder? Well, this endurance series will consist of 7 seasons using a different Group 3 car for each season, with each season containing 6 rounds. There is added jeopardy in the form of full damage, along with the added difficulty of drivers qualifying and starting each race on the racing hard tyre compound. Strategy will be key, as each driver must use all 4 tyre compounds per race. The racing will be fast and frantic, with finishing positions unknown until the final part of the race. In GT3 Wes, anything can happen, and it probably will. So yes, here we are for the final round as well. I'll get you to the table. I've told you everything. So they use all of the racing compounds. They start on the racing hards, but throughout this race, they have to use the racing softs, the super softs, and the medium tyres. The fuel depletion is on ×5, and the tyre wear is set to ×5. We're at South Outer Loop for round 6, and it's going to be a humdinger. I'll get to the table in a minute, and then we'll talk about how they qualified. They have 10 minutes of qualifying. They only qualify on the racing hard tyres, and then we go on to a 60-minute race with a grid start. And like I said, tyre and fuel both set on ×5. Let me get to that table, because this is where the juice comes in. I'm going to just go straight to the dropped tables. They released the dropped tables after round 5. This going into the last round, we get a good idea of what and who needs what. So at the top of the table, we have Racer Brown on 67 points, and it looks like he's put it on pole here for round 6, so it's a good start already. Kale in 2nd place. He's down there in 5th, so, well, we'll look at the qualifying. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. So in 2nd place in the table is Kale on 59 points. So what's that? 8 points behind Racer Brown. He's going to need Racer Brown to have a real crappy race, and it looks like he's already off to a great start. But Kale on 59 points. J00 Pace is 3rd on 56 points, only 3 points behind Kale. He'll be trying to get some points today. Guesty in 4th on 53 points. Is all to play for, all the way down to 5th, because Homesick Alien also on 53 points. So Guesty and Homesick drawn in 4th. How are they looking? Homesick there behind Guesty. So interesting little dynamic there. In 6th place is Supermanny on 46 points. Diego is 7th on 41 points. He's level with Matt Psycho, whom is 8th on 41 points. Matt Psycho up there in 2nd place. So Matt Psycho looking to get a good haulage of points. He could even maybe get ahead of Supermanny if it all goes his way. He won from last week, so he's definitely getting on top of the Group 3 cars, the Supras. He's getting used to them. Then in 9th, we've got Trivs GG on 31 points. He's ahead of Bunny, who's in 10th on 29 points. Jokas is in 11th on 27 points. Uncle B Darren is 12th on 26 points. Noxy, 13th on 22 points. Turtle, 14th on 18 points. Digital Blasphemy is 15th on 11 points. Electric is 15th on 9 points. Rizzler the Roller is in 17th on 2 points. And that is your table with the drop scores. So very interesting. It's not much in it really coming into the battle. It's very exciting indeed. You have to bear with me. I've got a new setup going on. I'm streaming YouTube on my phone and playing with Discord on my iPad in front of me, so you can reach out and chat to me during the stream through Discord or whatever. So, yeah, the grid then. After 10 minutes of qualifying on their racing hard tyres, the lineup is looking like Racer Brown on that pole position. And I believe, let me just double check on that, because I've got it all open in front of me. You get a point for pole position. Yes, so there's a point already to Racer Brown ahead of the rest. And Matt Psycho, last week's winner, in 2nd place after qualifying. alongside Racer Brown. JOO has shown great speed in this series. Is he out for a win there? He's qualified third. Guesty is fourth. He was looking solid last week, hit a curb, and it all went to pot for poor Guesty. And he's qualified fourth today. Fifth there for Kale. Kale in the chance, an outside chance of the championship, but he really needs Racer Brown to finish behind everyone, I believe. So Kale in fifth, but he's Homesick Alien in that joint battle with Guesty there. He's qualified sixth. Trivs is seventh, and Diego is in eighth. Let us get to the grid. Do you want to do a walkthrough? I don't know. I've gone over them. I mean, I could do, just because I do, don't I? I usually do. Seems wrong this week, not. So that's Racer Brown's car. One last round, one last time in the Toyota Supra. And there we have a Matt Psycho. Always comes up with some nice liveries. Oh, it's tight next to this wall. Let me just squeeze by. The Sick Children's Trust. Great charity. Should look into it. We did a charity run for them once with the 24-hour. A very worthy cause. There is a JOO Pace sitting in that third spot. Guesty. That car comes to life. I'm not going to go down the side of the wall again. That car comes to life in the dark, doesn't it? Man alive. It looks like a party on a Toyota. Spin it around a bit there so we can see. I don't know. Is that Homesick Alien's car? It looks green. No, it's Kale's. It's blue, isn't it? It just looks green under this light. My word. That's lovely, Kale. Amazing. There is Homesick Alien. Patiently waiting for me to get this race underway because I seem to be taking my sweet little time about it. Trivs GG Samurai. It's because it's one last time we're going to get to do this, guys. We've got to do it, haven't we? And Diego in his West liveried Toyota Supra there, sitting out the back. He had a good result last week. Position 5. Can he do better this week without further delay? 60 minutes of racing around South Outer Loop, was it? We'll soon find out. And you join us on the grid now for round 6 of Tokyo Expressway, South Outer Loop. They're waiting on the lights. Racer Brown on pole position. In the chat, we've got Pat saying, hi, all working fine so far. There you go. Awesome stuff. And they're off. And Racer Brown looks to be holding a ground from Matt Psycho. It's a bad camera angle, but there you go. Racer Brown holds that line, but JOO around the outside of Matt Psycho, stealing the place, but Matt Psycho's on the inside now. But it looks like JOO held ground, and he's kept that second place. Matt Psycho dropping down into third. Guesty maintaining that fourth. You've got Homesick Alien coming up to battle with Kale, and Kale dropping behind. No, Kale just ahead, is he? No, Homesick Alien's made it stick, and he's there in fifth place ahead of Kale, who is now in sixth. We've got Trivs GG holding on to seventh, but Diego is coming on strong now as they come up to the tight. What is this, a chicane? Tight corner? No, it's tight corner, sorry. Racer Brown leads them around the hairpin with a J gaining that spot on Matt Psycho there. You didn't quite see it. He got the underside of him in the corner and he held it. I thought he was going to slide out, hit the wall, but he somehow made those racing hard tyres work for him. The Racer Brown at the moment, perfect start for him. He just needs to tie this championship up. And Kale, well, Kale's down to seventh now. Diego ahead of Kale. Kale dropping like a brick. Has he got damage? No damage. It's just not working for Kale at the moment because Trivs GG now getting through. And Kale is now like a rock at the bottom of the ocean. So Racer Brown under attack from his Kale's fellow South African, JOO. He's still trying to keep the course going, and there's a long race ahead of us. We can't drop our heads too much. Guesty's moved up to third. Matt Psycho dropping as well. Matt Psycho not agreeing with these hard tyres. He's struggling out there somehow, some way, but he'll come good as soon as those tyres come into life. He'll be back on it again. Then we have there you go, Racer Brown and JOO pulling away. Guesty staying just ahead of Matt Psycho. Homesick Alien has now got Diego. Diego, after tasting that fifth place last week, he's up for it now. He's there in sixth. He's all over the Alien, on board with Diego here at South Outer Loop of Tokyo Expressway. Diego going for a move down the inside of the Alien. The Alien maintaining around the outside, but no. Diego making the move, stick, and there we go. Diego up into 5th place. What a race so far throughout the field. So Racer Brown then leads them away from J00 pace. In 3rd we have Guesty with Matt Psycho holding on to 4th. Diego and Holmes Galen come mounting another attack. He's not going to give up on that position too easily. Diego is going to have to do a bit of defending for a lap or two, but Diego, I mean, it's the 2nd lap. They all get purples. Let's not get carried away with ourselves. But Diego going very fast indeed, ahead of the Alien. Kale getting himself back ahead of Trivs. So Kale trying to mount a comeback. And Holmes Alien's trying to stay with Diego. It looked like Diego had a bit of a lag moment there. Is that going to be off-putting for the Alien? Let's get on board with Homesick Alien as he tries to get into the slipstream. We've got some nice little straights here for these Group 3 cars, to get into the stream, to get into the slip of the car ahead. And it looks like Matt Psycho's dropping back, and oh, Diego has hit the wall a little bit. That gives Homesick Alien an opportunity. Homesick Alien having a sniff as we go through the very awkward left, right. And there we see Diego managing to get back under control again, and the Alien now. Is this the straight? No, we've got up into a tight right-hander, and then we've got an immense straight ahead of us. Oh, Diego lighting his tyres up there, braking late, trying to stay ahead of the Alien, wiggling a little bit out of the corner. Guesty's up to 2nd. My word, sorry, I've missed something up ahead. Guesty now up into 2nd. I should knock it back to see when this occurred. So Guesty there in 3rd. He must have caught up with Jay. He's gone up the inside of Jay. Jay and Racer Brown look like they were racing a little bit. Hang on a minute. I thought Racer Brown had left these guys for dead. So Racer Brown, I've gone back about 20 seconds. There's Jay. Does look like Guesty's just getting a really good run. Guesty did his fastest lap last time around, a 33.7, 34.5. So Guesty's getting those tyres. He loves a lack of grip, does Guesty, and he nearly got 2 for 2 there. He nearly got Racer Brown coming out of that corner, but a lovely move by Guesty on a J00 there. And I just think Guesty's just getting the best use out of his racing hards at this early stage in the race. And Racer Brown even not achieving the speed that Guesty's achieving. So bottoms up with Guesty. Well done, my son. And J00 though not wanting to give that place up. He's right there on his caboose. Racer Brown though still maintaining ahead of Guesty. Guesty fending off J00. Further down we've got Matt Psycho ahead of Diego. Diego's hit the wall. I don't know if that's a lag. Looked like a wee little lag beforehand, but no, it looks like Diego definitely hit the wall there. Matt Psycho now up into 4th. Well, Matt Psycho was already 4th. He's not under attack by Diego anymore. That's Kale. Kale moved up to 6th. Diego dropping down into 7th place. My lord. So Homesick Alien there in 5th, ahead of this battle between Kale and Diego. It's because he's got an R there. I know it's R33, but I get mixed up. So Kale maintains that position. No, Diego, I missed. Oh, he was down here. I missed something, sorry. Matt Psycho's moved down. What's happened to Matt Psycho? Sorry, I was playing with my iPad. But Matt Psycho, that's irregular. He was in 4th. I'm keeping an eye on it. Blue flags? There shouldn't be blue flags. Then he's dropped to 7th. Something odd's happened. A glitch in the game, it seems. There's blue flags. My Psycho's just suddenly gone from 4th to 7th. I don't know. I don't understand what happened to Matt Psycho there. It just seems a weird glitch in the game. Hopefully that'll shake itself out at some point. But Guesty's gone for the he's going for the lead. He's going for the lead against Racer Brown. Racer Brown, he's got no answers for Guesty. Guesty's got some immense pace in that Supra with those hard tyres. It's a great combo. They're going side by side through this snaky part under the tunnels. Very, very brave. Your car always slides out a little bit, and no, they're maintaining position, and Guesty is really on it now. Jay's getting a good slipstream from the pair of them. He can't decide which slipstream to take. Guesty's got the inside on Racer Brown around the outside there. He held on. My lord, my word, Racer Brown sticking there outside, and Guesty again having to yield to Racer Brown. Racer Brown getting into the corner first, and Jay's right on their tail. Homesick Aliens is in fourth. That with Matt Psycho must have happened. I don't know too much about that. I'm trying to concentrate on the battle up ahead because he's at it again. Guesty back on Racer Brown again along the straight, and Guesty's just edged ahead of Racer Brown. Racer Brown trying to come back. Jay's just clinging on to that corner in his Toyota with the Matt Psycho. It's straightened itself back out. He's there fourth again, and he's on the tail of these guys as well. Absolutely crucial racing there. Guesty making the move when it counts, and Racer Brown, he's now getting a slip. He's getting that all-important slipstream from Guesty, but Guesty can defend very well and drive extremely great on a slidey set of tyres, but it's all starting to congeal up here behind him. Getting a nice little Toyota train going on. Homesick Alien not too far behind this bad boy, and Kale on his back to Diego, we saw hitting the wall with Trips GG around chasing him through. So can Guesty survive the onslaught? He's got Racer Brown right on his jacksie. Let's get on board with this fruity action, and there you can see Guesty keeping his car absolutely middle of the track, trying to give Racer Brown as much hard work as possible. Racer Brown, we know he can do it around the outside, can't quite get his car to stick there. Guesty stamped his authority over into the front of a Racer Brown. They both get through that awful chicane together quite well. Jay's sitting right on the tail. Jay is absolutely piling on that pressure just behind Racer Brown. So Racer Brown has got it all to contend with right now. As there we go, Jay having a move, Jay having a sniff. He's licking the stamp. Bang, he sent it. So Racer Brown now trickling down to third place. He's trying to battle back to their second. He was battling for first only two corners ago. Unbelievable way this race is swinging. Matt Psycho, he's lurking just behind the bushes. He's going to leap into that action pretty soon himself. My word, there is Homesick Alien maintaining that distance ahead of Kale. Kale wanting more out of this race. Diego is in seventh ahead of Trips GG. And this is the battle we're concentrating on. It looks like now Matt Psycho is up ahead of Racer Brown. Racer Brown is dropping. It's like a Boxing Day sale, and the price is just dropping for Racer Brown. He has dropped like a rock. Guesty rising to the top. He's flying now in his Mango Loco Monster livery. Super stuff there for him. Jay trying to keep his championship hopes alive in second, chasing Guesty down. Matt Psycho up into a podium position now. We're still on the racing hard tyres. No one's flinched. We're nearly 10 minutes in, well, 9.5 minutes into this race. No one's flinched to move on to the tyres yet. Homesick Alien still on those hards, and he's under pressure from Kale. Kale at 34.7 last time around. Homesick Alien at 34.8. And yet Kale a little faster at this point in the race on Homesick Alien. Diego trying to make a comeback. He was doing really well. He had a little knock with the wall. And Trips GG, he looks like he's suffering from a lot of damage there. Looks like he had a little collision. And he's crawling back to the pits. Guesty scraping the wall. He's got JOO right on him now. Jay's, oh no, is that real? No, it's Jay's up ahead. Matt Psycho in second. I don't know what happened there. Guesty's up ahead. Wow, this game's having a bit of a mare. This replay's having a bit of a strange one. So Guesty is leading from JOO. It's trippy, guys. We're having a trippy evening here for the round 6. It just seems to change. I'm getting bad lag in a replay. And I'm sure a play again, it'll be the same. There's nothing you can do about that. But it's just weird having bad lag in a replay. So Homesick Alien is really under threat now from Kale. Kale really piling on that pressure. He's up his inside. Kale's going for the move. Trips has come into the pits. He's had enough of his hard tyres. He's on 28% of fuel, so he's not just over a quarter of a tank left. And there we go, Kale making the move on the Alien. There we go, happy days. So Kale up ahead of Homesick Alien and Kale, both similar fuels. His Trivs GG gonna influence this race. Are they all gonna decide that's the way? JOO now in the lead with Guesty in second. I'm not sure, because we saw Guesty stop, then Racer Brown stop. It was all very weird and trippy. So I'm pretty sure this is probably how it is. And Guesty closing in on Jay now. Jay's lead, it seems only temporary, because it looks like Guesty wants it back. Matt Psycho there in third place with Racer Brown. He's not let him get away. He's done his fastest lap the last time around, and he's getting purples this lap. So he's starting to get into the groove. They're down to a quarter of a tank of fuel. Tyres don't even look scratched, but here at Tokyo Expressway, it is kind on tyres. And Kale there slipping one on Homesick, and Homesick looking to go the same back on the inside. Kale slithering under that accelerator pedal, trying to get some traction down with the road and pull away from the Alien. The Alien definitely looks a bit smoother coming through that corner. He's got a slipstream on Kale now. What can he do? It's a nice long straight, few wiggles in it, but nothing you'd have to lift for possibly. And he's caught him up. There he is. He's on his tail now. Oh, they've both gone out wide onto the wall. They're both having a scrape. No, they're not. It's just this weird replay. My lord. I've never had a replay like it. Racer Brown, what's going on? How bizarre. Was the evening cursed with bits and bobs going wrong? Maybe I should pause it and restart it. Not restart it. I'm not restarting it, really. Oh, no, we meant to press that. I'm not pressing nothing. So we'll just follow it as we can. Pat saying, not sure what the replay's doing, but it's the first time I've seen it do things like that. I know. It's odd. So JOO, it looks like he's pulling away now from Guesty. Matt Psycho in third with Racer Brown in fourth. Kale is ahead of Homesick Alien. We saw them both kind of hit the walls, but they didn't look like they did hit the walls. We're having a bit of a glitchy replay. Diego is in seventh. Trivs made that pit stop. He's gone onto the soft tyres. Now, can he really bang in some lap times to cause people further back? Jay, the leader, has gone in. Jay's gone in. He's had enough of those hards. He probably had another lap of fuel, but he's decided to take the pit stop. Guesty stayed out. Matt Psycho stayed out. Racer Brown has stayed out. Kale also staying out, but Homesick opting to come in as well. So it's only going to be like one lap in it. They're all low on fuel anyway. So it's so Trivs. How far away from the pits you are? The pits is a different place. It's a weird one because it's midway round the track. Guesty heading on round. I'm kind of concerned of his fuel. I'm watching his fuel. It's lower than I would have liked to take it around the track, and it looks like he might be having to short shift a little bit. It's not a long lap, I suppose, a minute 30, but it's full out, isn't it? It's full out. It is pure throttle, this track. It's all about speed. So it's not something you can back out of, cruise a little bit. Matt Psycho really has caught him up, and I think it is down to fuel. I think Guesty is a little bit nervous about getting back to the pits in time before that fuel runs out, because Matt Psycho has just romped up to the back of him. And you've got Racer Brown stayed out also. Remember, Jay went in. He's put racing mediums on. Homesick Alien's gone for racing mediums. Trivs didn't quite catch anyone, but he's doing some nice competitive lap times now. So Matt Psycho, oh, they've all gone. Has it gone? Has it gone? It's gone, has it? Has it gone? He's going quite slow. Kale, there's Matt Psycho. He's got to the pits. Racer Brown's got to the pits. And Guesty, thankfully, has gone to the pits. So Kale also coming in. Diego also, he nearly not made it. Nearly not made it. He was low as well. So Jay, he might take over the lead of this race. It's a strange one. The pits are in a very odd position. It'll be halfway round the track. So Jay on lap 10 at the moment, whilst they all refresh and get new tyres. And it's Racer Brown, the only one seems to be fueling up. I'm seeing his fuel going up, and the other guys, I believe, haven't changed their tyres yet, which is strange. Matt Psycho was the first one in. Jay now going past the pits. He's ahead of It's got to be Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho was the first into the pits. There he is, Matt Psycho. Onto the mediums for Matt Psycho. Racer Brown onto the mediums also. Homesick Alien managing to get Guesty, because remember, Guesty, I think, ran out of fuel a few corners away from the pit lane, and that was enough for Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien's managed to make a move on Kale, having that one pit stop earlier on the medium tyres. He's got the undercut done, and he's got himself a lot closer to the leaders as well, I think, as Homesick Alien. He's there, he's in sight of Racer Brown. So stopping one lap earlier for Homesick Alien seems to have paid dividends. Jay, though, meanwhile, a strong showing for him on the streets of Tokyo, on their expressway, their South Outer Loop for the Virtual Racers Club. JOO absolutely putting in a blinding performance. Matt Psycho, he tasted victory last week. He's still in touching distance of that win. Racer Brown, he pulled it. He seems to be the fastest man here, but he can't get a good run. Those hard tyres. He was losing pace after a couple of laps. He was pulling away and then just lost a bit of pace for some reason. And and Guesty, just pushed the limit of his fuel tank. He's lost a position. He's lost all the positions, I suppose you can say. He was in second until his fuel started running out. Now down into fifth, but it's not out of it. It's not out of it. He's still got every opportunity and speed to get back up there again. We just have to wait and see. He's on the medium tyres. I think they've all opted to go mediums at the top here. Jay definitely has. He's gone fastest of everyone that last lap around, but they're all on their out. They're just finishing their out laps, remember. So we'll see the next lap how they're doing with their medium tyres. Matt Psycho has gone with mediums. So has Racer Brown on the mediums. Homesick Alien on the mediums. Guesty on the mediums. Kale's on the mediums. Diego, oh no, Diego has had an absolute clanger out there. He's bent it somewhere. And now he's creeping back to the pits. He's only just pitted as well, but Trivs GG's back in the pits. He's had a front fender smash as well. Oh my lord, the walls of Tokyo Express are really claiming some prisoners today. So JOO, there he goes, crossing the line again to do another one in the 33s. Absolute dominance. Matt Psycho managing a 33.2 though. So Matt Psycho on it. He's not far away, you know. Is that? Yes. JOO there. Matt Psycho really pushing hard. What was it? 33.8. Matt Psycho doing a 33.2. And he's applying the pressure. He's applying the pressure to the saw. That is JOO. Racer Brown behind him. He did a 32.6. Guesty is ahead of the Alien. Guesty managing to pull one on the Alien then. Homesick Alien looking to come back. Jay's gone back in the pits. That's irregular. No, he hasn't. Has he? He has. Oh, he's hit it. He's hit it. He's hit the front, and Matt Psycho now is leading. Shall we watch him? Is it worth it? Yeah, we've got it, haven't we? He was in the lead, for God's sake. It's a big deal. So has he done it yet? No, he's done it there. Did we see him do it and just didn't notice? Pissing heck. There we go. Oh, come out of the chicane a little too fast. Had a big smash there. Oh my. So yes, there we see how JOO did it. Came out of that chicane just a wee bit speedier than he would have liked. Could not slow that car down. And then, oh God, it is destination effed. Really. On the front, whole front right hand of his car. He's got to go in. He's got to fix that. He's going to be losing way too much time. Matt Psycho, meanwhile, rubbing his hands, driving with his elbows, chasing him down. He's on it. Matt Psycho can taste another victory here. Racer Brown not got the pace in the race. He's got it over one lap. Ooh, he's getting purples though, so let's not count him out. Guesty there, we saw getting ahead of the Alien. Homesick Alien though, going back. Oh, bit of, I don't know, weirdness with the replay. But Guesty staying on that inside line, making Homesick do the work around the outside. Jay's gone in to fix that damage, and that puts Matt Psycho in the lead of this race. Racer Brown up into second place. Guesty back onto the podium with Homesick Alien there in fourth. Kale now up into fifth place. Not enough for him to snatch this championship away from Racer Brown so far. And Jay getting back out there again. He's gone for the super softs. He's going aggressive, Jeff. He's going aggressive. with his strategy. He's gone for the super softs. Down there in 6th place, looks like he's got wide open space in front of him, so he can't get a slipstream off anyone, but he can just get his head down and crack on. Diego, oh, is he staying out with that damage? No, he's gone in, there you go. We saw he had damage earlier. Bless him, he'd only just pitted as well. Triz has been in for another stop. He's put the mediums on. I believe he stopped for another. I'm sure I saw he was in the pits. So he'll be chasing Diego down, but I don't know what the distance is like between them. But meanwhile, Matt Psycho starts stint 2 in a very promising position. Beautiful stuff. No one in front of him. No distractions. Nice, clean run for Matt Psycho to go for the double. He's even getting purples. So, wow. He's going for a double win at the end of this championship. Cracking stuff. Racer Brown chasing him down. A 33.4 from Racer Brown last time around. Psycho doing a 32.7. So no, Racer Brown is not even close to the target. Guesty under threat. He did a 33.4 against Homesick Alien, a 33.8. And Guesty, he's struggling to get into his rhythm all the time. He's going to have to defend from the Alien. This is the problem when you get caught up in the battles. Kale looking for a situation to arise here where he could get a podium. JOO back into the pits again. My word. Oh no, Jay is not having a good time out there. He's back in the pits to fix that same damage. And Matt Psycho, oh, this race has gone away from Jay, isn't there? 2 pit stops on the hop. He went out there to go aggressive with those super soft tyres, and I imagine all he can do is, no, he's not even filling up. Just back out there again. Fix it and leave. Furious now, I imagine, JOO. Where are we? We're 21 minutes. We've still got 40 minutes to secure something from this race, but he's a long way off the pack. And if he is driving like a nutter, I would have put some fuel in. But, hey, we'll see. Matt Psycho then, doing everything right in this second stint of his. Gone from the hards to the mediums. He's in the 32s regularly. Racer Brown can't quite touch those 32s. He did a 32 on his outlap. Well, it couldn't have been his outlap. The lap after is, oh yeah, because it's got that weird middle of the lap. That's where it catches me out, when the pit stops in the middle of the lap, because there's not really an outlap. It's just one long lap. So yeah, 32 he managed on his first flying lap, but he's only been in the 33 since. Oh, there's movement, is there not? It looked like some shuffling. No, everyone's where they should be. Just Jay back on the track again with those super softs on, and he's lost a lot of ground in this battle today. Kale trying to hound the Homesick, but the Homesick won't be hounded. He's out there. He's driving. He's driving against Guesty, really, isn't he? Wasn't he on the joint points with Guesty? Let me just check with the Discord. I've got it all open in front of me. It's easy enough to check. Hang on a minute. So let's have a look. Homesick Alien was on the same points as Guesty, 53. So yes, he'll be looking ahead of him, not behind him, at Kale. Kale, obviously, second in the championship. But that could change. Well, JOO could have gone ahead of Kale whilst he was leading this race, but now he's behind Kale. I don't think 1 point's going to do it. He needed at least three positions. So, ooh, Loverface has just entered into the stream chat, and they do online strips without clothing. Wow, online strips without clothing. They just come in naked and pretend to take clothes off. That would be odd. I'm useless at charades. I'd have to ask and say, is that your blouse or is that your bra? I'm not sure. Have you already taken your trousers off? I missed that. Can you pretend to do it again? So Matt Psycho out there in front with Racer Brown, chasing him down. Racer Brown's just got into the 32s. They both did a 32.9. They're on the same pace as each other now. Guesty there clinging onto that podium, but he's the fastest man on track at the moment, a 32.2. And Homesick Alien there, 4th place, pulling away from Kale. Kale did a 33.9 last time around. Homesick Alien a 33.5. So Homesick Alien getting the Toyota by the scruff of the neck and wrangling some lap times. Don't forget, oh no, JOO's He's smashed it again. He is not enjoying Tokyo South. He was better on the hard tyres. Put the hard tyres back on. Oh no, he's only used, what's he used? He's used the mediums, the hards, and now he's used the super softs. Poor Jay. He's driving like a maniac, isn't he? You can't with the barriers everywhere. It's these barriers, I'm telling you. You gotta be careful. You can't push it. So Matt Psycho out there leading the way from Racer Brown. Racer Brown at 32.6 last time around. He's starting to find some pace on these mediums. Watch out, Matt. Matt 32.9 his last time around. So Racer Brown starting to bring it back. And Guesty there, he's really fast. Is Guesty at the moment, at this point in the race. He's really loving these mediums. Homesick Alien at 33.4. He's got Kale where exactly he wants him. He's not going any faster. Diego up into 6th now, with Trivs moving up into 7th, with all of J-O-O Pace's woes. He's gone for the soft tyre, but he was doing better on the hards, wasn't he? So he's probably driving more carefully. He's probably putting too much he's relying too much on the grip of those tyres, and they're letting him down. So Matt Psycho, though, hasn't put a foot wrong so far. Inherited the lead when Jay went and had a look at one of the advertising hoardings. Damaged his car. And ever since, Matt Psycho, he came out behind someone, didn't he? And had to go up and catch him. I think that was Jay. I don't think there's been anyone in between. Guesty, early runner there for the lead, but ran out of fuel on his first stint. Lost a bit of time. He's trying to gain it back now. He's doing some unbelievable lap times. He's got the fastest lap of the race so far. Homesick Alien has kept his head down, cracked on, done some great lap times. He's up into 4th with Kale chasing him down. They haven't had too many woes, these two. Unlike Diego, we've seen Diego hitting a wall. Trivs, he's doing a lot of, he's already had 2 pit stops, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe not. Maybe Trivs has only pitted once. I'm pretty sure he's had a second pit stop. And J-O-O, I'm sure he's had about 3. Bless him. So Matt Psycho, though, out there in the lead. It's looking good already, isn't it? We're only 27 minutes into the race, and it's looking like we've pretty much got it all wrapped up for Matt Psycho here. With J-O-O smashing his car up, putting himself out of it. Racer Brown, he's got good pace now. He's finding good pace. He's not as fast as Guesty, but he is finding good pace. He did a 34.4 that last lap around. Matt Psycho at 32.9, you see. Well, 33.0 now for Matt Psycho. What's Racer Brown going to answer that with? Has he? Oh, a 32.6, 4 tenths faster. So yeah, Racer Brown is really starting to bring the action up towards a Matt Psycho. So Matt Psycho, better watch out, you better look out, or whatever. Guesty there, I'm over it now, we passed it. So Guesty there in 3rd. Homesick Alien will be looking to make a pit stop at the halfway through this lap, up into this corner, I think it is, they're heading towards. Is he the first to make the second pit? Well, no, I mean, there was some that pitted irregularly, but out of the front runners, Homesick Alien into the pits then. And that Psycho's got a good hefty amount of fuel in on board anyway, so has Racer Brown. Guesty, not so good. Guesty is burning through fuel more than the guys ahead of him. He does seem to be catching them up, though. But no risks this time, I hope, from Guesty. I hope he lap pits on this lap. Oh no, well, on the next lap, because that fuel has just started flashing. Kale not needing to pit like Homesick Alien did. He's moved up to 4th, but it's nothing in it. Their fuel is oh wow, Diego has got good fuel on. He's coming down the start straight. He's not going to make a jump on Alien. Remember, Homesick Alien's pit stop last time, he did a great jump. He jumped a couple of cars with the undercut. He's on the super softs now, so he's going to be doing some ballistic lap times. I'm assuming Guesty is going to be in on this lap. because that fuel is looking as scarily low. Matt Psycho still leading, but it does look like Guesty's really catching these guys up. We're getting a blue flag. Oh, maybe that is Trivs. Sorry, not Racer Brown. I thought that was Racer Brown. I thought, oh my. But no, I believe that's Trivs GG, or maybe JOO. Oh, it was JOO. Ow, salt in the wound there. He was racing those guys 2 or 3 laps ago. Racer Brown into the pits. Guesty and Matt Psycho, all of the 3 leaders coming into the pits. Kale also has gone around. No way, Kale. That fuel will not last you, my friend. Homesick Alien, they're in 5th place. What was Kale thinking? That fuel's not going to get him round. No way. No how. There's no chance. Look, he's backing off now. I think he knows what he's done. He knows he's really got a... Oh my. Oh my. That is either a mistake by Kale or a very bold move. Who knows? But Kale not going into the pits, and his fuel is virtually on the line. And we saw what happened to Guesty when he chanced it with his fuel first time around. But he has been stuck behind the Alien, but the Alien's got the undercut on him now. Homesick Alien out there. He'll be doing some unbelievable lap times. He's just coming up to lap Trivs, I believe. Yeah, Trivs. He's just come out of the pits. So that's Homesick Alien. Doesn't get a position for that, unfortunately. Jay up into 7th now. He's got the fastest lap of the race. He's proving to us what he could do. He's a lap down though. Diego, he's going to need to pit. Homesick Alien, he's got a good fuel. Oh, well, no. Homesick didn't jump them guys. Nowhere near, because they're in and out. Kale's the worry, though. Kale is a worry. He's coming down towards where the pit lane is, though. His fuel is... There's still a little red there. So, you never know. Diego has gone into the pits. And Homesick Alien, no, he didn't get any closer to... he's gone for the super softs as well. I thought that's what his manoeuvre was there, to try and get some absolute blinding lap times in before Guesty pitted. Kale did make it to the pits, it seems. He did make it to the pits. Is he going to jump the Alien? I don't know. So Matt Psycho in second at the moment, but he's going past the pit lane, so he'll regain his lead. He's on the racing softs. Racer Brown went for the super soft, so we saw Racer Brown was starting to catch up Matt Psycho in that last stint, and Guesty was trying to catching up the both of them. He's gone for racing softs. Racer Brown's on the super softs, and Matt Psycho on the softs. So Racer Brown going aggressive on this lap. Homesick Alien still ahead of Kale. Kale coming out of the pits behind the Alien. He's gone for soft tyres. Homesick Alien, though, on his way in 4th place. Jay, he's up another position in 6th, and Diego we saw go into the pits, and now JOO Pace is up into 6th place. He's too far behind Kale, though. Nearly half a lap. So now Jay's just out there for his own amusement, I imagine. Do some good lap times. There's nothing more to learn about the Supra. This is the last round for these bad boys. I don't know what they'll take out next time. I think we're getting the Mitsubishi Legends. Do you sound interested in that? Sounds good. I haven't read many of the rules, so I can't give you a kind of an idea of what it's going to be. It's in our Discord if you want to go and have a look. But yes, Tuesdays, I think we'll be having the rivals. I think it's Mitsubishis versus Subarus. It sounds very interesting anyway. And yeah, I don't know, because I'm trying to watch the race and look on Discord at the same time for the GT3, and I can't find it. Too far. You know, when you got to the steward's room, you've gone too far. I found it. Tell you where the next one's going to be then, you see. Or what well, not when, but the 3rd series is going to be Best of Italian Mafioso in the 3rd series with the Ferrari 458 GT3. That'll be the next GT3 World Endurance Series after this, but I don't know when in the new year that will happen. I suppose it's going to be a lot to do with the new game, I imagine. Racer Brown's got things lined up all the way up to March. We've got the rivals starting. in January. But at the moment, Racer Brown a 31.8, Matt Psycho a 32. It's nearly a second. Nearly a second. Racer Brown's faster than Matt Psycho on that last lap with them super softs. And Matt Psycho could be in trouble here. But remember, Matt Psycho will be going on to the super softs in the final stint. Racer Brown on the soft, so he's got to make it count with these tyres. And I imagine sometimes they wish they'd gone out on the same tyre, because then they can even each other off. Because now the pressure really is on Racer Brown to get some lap times in and get himself ahead of Matt Psycho, because Matt Psycho's on the slower tyre. Guesty there, sliding that rear end around that hairpin. What a beautiful sight. So Guesty in third. Looks like he's lost his homesick problem, and homesick is no, he's just getting past one of the pace boys. Don't know if it's JOO. No, it can't be JOO. It must be Trivs. JOO though in need of fuel, just done a 31.7 earlier on. 31.7 on the racing softs. Great lap time from JOO there. He's just out there breaking records. So Matt Psycho meanwhile leads, but Racer Brown starting to apply the pressure on Matt Psycho. It's a tough one for Matt Psycho here in his Toyota Supra. He's going to be under some immense pressure by the end, but then the roles are reversed between the two, because Matt Psycho will then don the super softs and Racer Brown will be on them lowly softs. Guesty 32.4 from him last time around. Jay in the pits for that fuel stop. There's Homesick Alien on his super softs. He's not really in this fight, is he? No, he's quite a way off. He needs the three guys up front to close each other down and really slow each other up for him to be in a shout for this fight. At the moment, Matt Psycho seems to be doing everything right. He's getting good lap times. It's just those super softs. Although there we see Racer Brown dropped into the 32s, still faster than Matt Psycho, but the tyres probably going a little bit past their best now. Although tyre wear not a big issue on the Tokyo Expressway. Guesty holding on to that third, doing some cracking lap times with Homesick Alien in fourth place. Lennon sending me a happy birthday on Discord. That's very kind of you. Thank you very much. There you go. Got a happy birthday on Discord. So Matt Psycho then leading the way from Racer Brown. Racer Brown though trying to get those lap times in, trying to close the gap down on the man out there. We're on board with Racer Brown chasing him down. What can he do? We're on lap 23. We're 37 minutes into this 60-minute race. And if you're bored of this, don't forget in our live chat we have Loveface XYZ, who does online strips without clothing, and that is going to be a sight to behold, I am sure. It's like charades with clothing, no clothes, just strips but no clothing. Maybe it's wallpaper stripping. Just down in me brew as this gets exciting. So Racer Brown then, he's closing that gap on Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho under a bit of pressure. Guesty doing just fine at the moment. He's got no pressure at the moment. Homesick Alien in fourth. He wants to make hay, but he seems to be stuck behind. Is that Jay? No. Is it Trivs? Yeah, it's Trivs. Trivs on those super soft tyres, just as fast as Homesick Alien. So Homesick Alien, he's not managing. He's done a 33.9. Guesty doing a 32.5 though, even on the soft. So Homesick Alien, unless he's doing a bit of fuel saving at this point in the race, he really needs to get past that back marker. Maybe he wants the slipstream from the back marker. But it looks to me like Kale, 33.1 from him last time around. Homesick Alien, 33.9. So, yeah, Kale's really starting to catch up the Alien. And they're in the same predicament. Alien's going to go onto the soft tyre with Kale on the super soft in the last part of this race. So Matt Psycho, he's still leading. He's still holding ground, a 32.4 from him, and last time around, just under half a tank of fuel. We've got 20 minutes left of racing. Racer Brown then on his super softs, a 32.3, just under half a tank of fuel. He's definitely closing up onto the back of that Toyota ahead of him, the purple Toyota. Guesty, a 32.5. He's maintaining pace. He's not there. He needs them two to catch each other up. He needs them two to get into a battle, slow each other down and give him an opportunity to get back involved. But that is probably the ground he lost from the fuel. He'll be kicking himself. Kale is way ahead of Homesick Alien. What's happened? Oh my lord, we're going to have to go back. And that was part of the pace team. Trivs, was there some shenanigans going on here? We saw Homesick Alien tucked up behind. Trivs driving for the pace team. I'm not calling it aspersions here. Oh, it looks like Trivs hit the wall. No, it seemed he got out of the way okay. But there's Kale right on the pace. Kale up Jaxies of Homesick Alien, looking to make the leap. So I don't think there was any shenanigans there whatsoever. And Homesick Alien looking, I think he's wanting to save fuel. I really do. Kale under braking into the hairpin. Takes that position from Homesick Alien. Kale now up into 4th place. But Homesick with those early pit stops, I've got a feeling he's not pushing that car as fast as it can go. And now he's got a lovely slipstream to sit in. And we'll see if Kale pulls away from him. Well, if he is fuel saving, I suppose Kale will pull away from him. We'll see. Homesick Alien though in the slipstream at the moment. We do know the Alien was having to pit earlier than everyone else. So maybe this stint he's trying to eke out that car a little bit. He's had a knock on the wall. He's had a little knock with the wall. Lost a bit of ground to Kale. Kale on the move now. And Matt Psycho though, it's closer again. It's closer again. Racer Brown really closing the gap there on our man Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho going for the double win. He won last week. And he's looking solid at the moment. They've come up to Diego. Diego trying to get out the way, but it's a tough one when it's a hairpin. Diego in his own little race himself. He's chasing down the Alien. The Alien not going very fast at the moment. So there we go, and Racer Brown's getting a run on Matt Psycho. They're there, bumper to bumper, as they go through the long, winding tunnel. And it's just hard to make a move in here because you slide out to the wall. And at the moment, Racer Brown just sitting in Matt Psycho's back pocket. He's looking to make the move under braking possibly. They go up over the hill to the right. There's a great corner there, beautiful grip from these cars. They're heavy braking into the chicane. Matt Psycho still holding ground ahead. He's gone a little, oh no, he's just made it in that chicane, and so did Racer Brown. Racer Brown hasn't lost no distance on Matt Psycho so far, and Matt Psycho holding that first ahead of Racer Brown. Guesty, this is exactly what Guesty wanted. He needs these two to slow each other down, but Matt Psycho, he's there, and then Racer Brown looks like he's got the slipstream straight past him. Matt Psycho on the inside to late break up the inside. He's held it, but there's Racer Brown now. He's got the inside, and it looks like Racer Brown's super softs have won out there, and Racer Brown now takes the lead after 42 minutes of racing. And Racer Brown had the pole, dropped back straight away on those hard tyres, and it's taken him 42 minutes to come back and sit at the top. But there comes Matt Psycho. He's not giving up too soon. And Racer Brown having to go a little wide, but Matt Psycho, it looks like he lifted off. Maybe he thought that was a little too opportunist, and that has helped Guesty out. Guesty in sight of these guys, and they've used their tyres a little bit, racing each other now. Racer Brown knows he's got to gain ground. He's got to get out of there. He's got to get out of Dodge. He's got to move. I like the clappers, because Matt Psycho is going to be donning those super softs in his next stint. Matt Psycho clinging on to the back of that Racer Brown. He doesn't want him to get too much of a distance, because we saw Racer Brown before in this series having to burn his tyres out, trying to catch someone up in the lead. Guesty there in touching distance of the leaders. His fuel is low. He'll be coming into the pits. Where are we? 43 minutes. Oh, not ideal, I imagine, for Guesty. I imagine he'd like that have gone to 45 minutes. Homesick Alien, that fuel saving has worked for him, but can he come back in this race? Racer Brown then, his fuel's quite low. Interesting. Same with Matt Psycho. Guesty definitely needing to pit in this lap. Is he catching up? Is Matt Psycho? I think that's Diego. I think that's Diego that's in front of Guesty. Let's not panic. There is Kale in fourth with Homesick Alien in fifth. Diego, there he is in sixth place. He's getting the blue flags. He's got Guesty coming up behind him. Guesty probably quite happy for that tow at the moment. He's quite happy, but who's behind him there? I think that's JOO. JOO then. JOO catching up with Diego. He's done the fastest lap. There's Guesty. Got it. Oh, he's going into the pits. He's going into the pits. Who else went into the pits? Diego went into the pits. That's Jay up into sixth place. How's he doing? He's got a quarter of a tank of fuel. I don't know if we've seen him on the soft tyres yet. So Racer Brown then, he's not pulling away like he would like to. There's Matt Psycho in the same shot. So Racer Brown, he's going to have to contend. He's got track position, but he's not going to have the better tyre in the final stint of this race. Matt Psycho there in second. Kale a distant third. Homesick Alien in fourth. He's been doing some great fuel saving. There's Guesty. Is he going to be able to make it to the end of the race? That's the question. As will Diego and Tribs. They all seem to be pitting a little bit early. I mean, when it's coming up to 45, it's usually about 15-minute stints. So we'll see. But Racer Brown and Matt Psycho taking their cars well into that scary zone of their fuel tank. I'm sure they'll get to the pits before they run out. They know what they're doing. But Racer Brown, I don't think he's got the distance he would have liked on Matt Psycho. There is Kale. Kale's fuel just starting to flash now, and we see he pushed it last time around. He might try and stay out for another lap. Homesick Alien's fuel now flashing. He's going to have to go onto the soft tyres. There is a Guesty. He's back out. He's pitted. He pitted. He's in front of, no, I think Diego is a lap down. Jay there in sixth. Diego in seventh. Diego we saw coming into the pits as well. So he's got to chase Jay down, but Jay's got to pit again. There's no way he's going to get to the end with that fuel. That's going to carry Diego all the way to the end. The leaders are in. Racer Brown's come in. Matt Psycho's come in. Kale, what's he going to do? We saw he pushed his luck last time. Is he going to try and do it again? He got it. He made it. I said he wouldn't. Has he already gone past? This is the corner where the pits are, and Kale he's coming in this time. Phew. Thanks, Cal. I can't take it. So Homesick Alien, he's also going to be into the pits. He's in that corner, and there he goes, into the pits. Guesty, the earliest one to pit. His fuel, eek. I'm not sure about his fuel, in all fairness. He's going to have to fuel save, I think, this stint, but we'll see. But Guesty lost a bit of ground for his fuel. And there we see Racer Brown's out ahead of Matt Psycho, but Racer Brown on the soft tyres, Matt Psycho on the super soft tyres. Oh my God. So Racer Brown has track position, Matt Psycho has the better tyre. We have got just over 13 minutes to find out which is the better one to have. Guesty there in third place. He's not too far behind those guys, but he needs an epic battle to get himself into that fight. There is Kale. He's just pitted. He's put the super softs on. He's ahead of the Alien. So the Alien, having to fuel save, has lost him that position there. And can he come back and get it? JOO, though, he's going to have to come into the pits and probably lose position to Diego. Diego, whatever is said like. It's because it was pointed out to me at the weekend. I say it wrong. By Mama Homesick. So I say the R, and I shouldn't say the R because the R's part of an R33. It's Diego. And I keep wanting to say Diego, but it's not Diego, it's Diego. I should just call him Die or something. So there we go, Racer Brown. Call him Dave. So there is a Racer Brown out there ahead of Matt Psycho. Guesty in third. Kale holding on to that fourth. He's got a good distance on the Alien. The Alien's got a mountain to climb. Kale's tyres, I don't think they've not been going off, have they? The tyres have not been an issue at all here at Tokyo Expressway, South Outer Loop, for round 5 of the GT3 World Endurance Series 2. Round 5, round 6, it's the final round. This is the one that Racer Brown needs to get his trophy, to win the championship. I think he's done it. I think Kale's just too far back. There's nothing Kale can do. Even if Matt Psycho comes back in this race to take the win, I think Racer Brown will have done enough to win the championship. His threats were Kale and maybe JOO at an outside shout, but I think he's done enough today to be crowned champ. He just wants to take that trophy standing on the top step rather than the second step. Matt Psycho on those super soft tyres, 32.1 he managed. What did Racer Brown at 32.4? It's a little bit faster. This is going to get fruity, I promise thee. Guesty there in third place, chasing them down. Kale, and he's got a good distance on the Alien. I think he'll have to make a couple of mistakes, but this is what they're racing for. Kale and Homesick on equal points with Guesty, so he's going to lose that battle in the championship with Guesty, I'm afraid. Guesty, though, I think Guesty was a shout for a win today. He really did seem to have the pace out there, and I think he'll be kicking himself a little bit with that third place. He was mighty at the beginning. I think that pit stop decision to stay out one lap later is, oh, he's had damage. Guesty's got damage. Where is Kale? Kale, has Kale just picked up damage? No. Kale on the super soft. Guesty's picked up a bit of damage at the front there. It is costing him time. Dave is right on him. So you can see how much time Guesty's losing. He was doing 32s on the soft tyre, super soft tyre. He's still, I don't know when he's picked that damage up. He's sliding around. You can see he's struggling with grip. He's giving the brush on the wall. Here goes Diego. He goes past. Sorry, Dave. And Guesty, he's struggling. Oh no. It's all flittering around. Let me go somewhere else and come back to Guesty. Dave hasn't gone past him yet, it seems. It looked like he had, but he hasn't quite. So Racer Brown then, still leading on those soft tyres, doing just enough. 32.3 last time around. Matt Psycho at 32.1. Matt Psycho chipping away at that lead. I am telling you, we are going to get a juicy little battle coming up between these two. Guesty there, he's carrying damage. Kale, can he do it at 32.6? Kale could still be on for a podium here. So Kale, if he pushes like the clappers, could taste that champers still. Homesick Alien in 5th spot. Did a little fuel saving in his third stint, and he lost the position to Kale then, and it doesn't look like he's managing to regain that position. But it's better than taking a pit stop before the end of the race, because we were worried about Guesty's fuel, weren't we? We were concerned about Guesty getting to the end with his early pit stop. Oh, Matt Psycho told me the next race. Sorry, Matt, you got all lost in all the sex texting, the bot that keeps sending me, here girls will do what you say. Go make me a cup of tea, please. Here girls will do as you say. I'm going to tell my wife that. She'll like that one. Here girls will do what you say. I love a fry up, duck. Could I have a fry up, please? You wouldn't. Can you look for my keys? Can you look for my keys? I couldn't find them this afternoon. My beautiful wife, she went up for them. So Racer Brown leading from Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho chipping away at that lead. We've got 7.5 minutes left of racing. Guesty there in his third. I think Dave's got past him now. And Guesty, he's just got to cling on, hasn't he? He's just got to cling on. His fuel's not too bad. Fuel might be okay, but he's got a very speedy Kale chasing after him. 32.6 last time around for Kale. Guesty 34.4. 2 seconds. 2 seconds, people. It's 2 seconds. It's not. Kale's going to be on him. Homesick Alien might even be an issue. 33.7 from Homesick Alien. Racer Brown still in the lead from Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho 32.4 last time around. Ooh, they scare me when they go through that chicane and they cut that wall quite close. 32.2, so Racer Brown doing a bit of a better lap time than Matt Psycho. That pressure starting to feel. And Racer Brown starting to put his foot down. Will he push it too far? 32.1 from Matt Psycho that time around. Racer Brown at 31.8. He's on it. He's on it now. He's on it now. And Matt Psycho, he's going to lose the slipstream if he's not careful. Guesty clinging on to that podium position. Kale chasing him down. 32.6 from Kale. Guesty at 34.6. It's not great, is it? 32.5 now. So, what can Guesty do, though? What can he do with only 6 minutes left of racing? You can't pit, can you? That costs about 40 seconds. You won't have to put fuel in or anything, I know, but still. It's time that you can't afford to give up. Stay there, stay steady. Just try and cling on, I suppose, best you can. But he's riding a pig at the moment. In third place. Handling will be shot to pieces for him. Kale, lovely smooth Supra, chasing him down. Sorry, I was just getting carried away with the place where online strips without clothes, and here girls will do what you say. Will they do what Simon says? Or just what I say? So Racer Brown, 32.4 from him last time around. Matt Psycho chasing him down, 33.7. Matt Psycho might have cooked his tyres, ladies and gents. Racer Brown, he seems to be getting on top of that Toyota. And Matt Psycho, he's not getting the purchase. Oh no, he's had and I saw him hit a wall. Didn't think much of it. I saw sparks, but now I can see on his car he's carrying damage. So Matt Psycho pushing it a little too hard. Racer Brown might have been handed the final win of the season. God almighty knows how many Racer Brown has won. I will check that out for you because I've got my brand new iPad sat right in front of me. Oh, it's saying I can open it. So, hang on, go here. Right, look at the full table. I'll tell you how many wins Racer Brown's had this season so far. 1, 2, 3. He's going for his 4th win. The other guys that have won is Kale at round 4 at Kyoto Driving Park, and Matt Psycho last week at Dragon's Trail. So Racer Brown going for his 4th win. Matt Psycho chasing him down for the 2nd one, but Matt Psycho now picking up that damage. Guesty also has got damage. I don't think Kale's going to come through to finish 2nd. It's what we've got, 3.5 minutes, less than 3.5 minutes of the race to go here. Kale is way, I don't know if he's going to catch up Guesty, you know. He might catch up Guesty. Guesty only doing 34.5s. Kale doing 32s. Matt Psycho, what's his lap time going to drop down to? He's doing 33s with that damage. Racer Brown, he's also doing 33s. He must know. He must know something's amiss. He must know that onslaught, that charge of Matt Psycho's has dwindled. And he's easing off of the gas for the rest of the way, possibly saving that car. It's a tricky track to push at. So Guesty crawling in his own terms, I imagine, with Kale absolutely flying. Homesick Alien there in 5th. We've got Jay climbing up to 6th. He had some woes in this race. A really shoddy, 5 minutes, 2 laps. Really bad for Jay. And he had to go in, he had to fix his car, but it's really cost him today. We also saw Dave hitting a wall, and Trivs GG out there. We haven't seen too much of Trivs. Beautiful car as it is. But Racer Brown now, he's got it in the bag. We can safely say 2 minutes left of racing, and I am pretty sure with that damage that Matt Psycho's carrying. It's going to be a struggle for him. Guesty, Kale. Kale's gone faster than he's gone before, a 32.5. He's trying to close that gap, but looks like Guesty's doing okay. He's not really lost any time behind Dio. He's stayed with him. Oh, look, that fuel. We said that fuel could be a concern for Guesty, and it is looking like it's a real concern now. His fuel is very low. We've got just under 1.5 minutes left of racing. Racer Brown coming past the pit lane. I'm not sure. He's going to get another lap in, surely. Matt Psycho with that damage. He's staying with him. A 33.6 last time for Matt Psycho. Racer Brown a 34.2. So Racer Brown not having a good lap. Unless he's really easing off a little bit. But Matt Psycho would have closed the gap a little bit on Racer Brown. Maybe Matt Psycho's now thinking, oh, has he damaged something? That'll be juicy. Guesty definitely has damaged something, and he's definitely running out of fuel, and he's already gone past the pits. He's going to have to hope that that timer runs out before he gets to the line. And Kale wants to get a shift on. He's only there, Kale. He's the next car ahead of you, I'm pretty sure. So Kale shuffling it as fast as he can. 30 seconds left on the clock. Looks like Racer Brown has done the impossible. A bit of luck went his way with Matt Psycho trashing the front end of his car, and Racer Brown crosses the line. No, there's still time to go. So they've got another lap to do, these two. Guesty coming up to the line. He'll be hoping that timer runs out. His fuel's not going to make another lap. Can he get... It's only 5 seconds, surely. It's going to run out. It's not going to make him do it. And if it does make him do it, he wants Kale to not do it. He's not crossed the line yet. The timer's run out, so Guesty gets that third place. Unbelievable, Guesty. Well done. So Guesty, take a boo, my son. Kale in fourth. A gallant effort for Kale in the end. He really chased it down. Homesick Alien brings her home in fifth. Loses out on that battle with Guesty in the championship. There we see Jay. What's going on? Is that the lead? Is that Guesty? Guesty and Matt Psycho and Racer Brown close at it. My gosh, it's not finished yet. So Racer Brown just ahead of Matt Psycho. It's the last lap here, and it's not decided. Racer Brown just ahead of Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho all over the back of these. Jay's probably faster than the pair of them. What's happened? Why has Racer Brown lost so much pace? Is it the fuel? Is he concerned about fuel? He does have a little less fuel than Matt Psycho, and that could be the deciding factor here. Matt Psycho having a look. Jay just wants to stay out of it, I'm sure of it. Oh my lord, Jay's like, no, I don't want the leaders battling in front of me. Racer Brown, and it looks like that's it. There's nothing Matt can do. He's dropped back. He looks like he was trying to make the move on Racer Brown, but Jay was in the spot that he wanted to be in, and Racer Brown gets let off there with Matt. Oh, hang on. Panicking then. So Racer Brown takes the win. My gosh, Matt Psycho looked like he was trying to pull a move right near the end there. And, I mean, Jay, there was nothing he could do, was he? He was trying to stay out of that, I imagine. He was trying to do something he wanted. I don't think he wanted to be too involved, but, you know, he was there. His car was faster, I imagine. Well, he's racing softs. Racing softs, just as less fuel, but he must have been in it. But Racer Brown only just by his fingertips. Don't know what his issue was near the end there. Just couldn't get no pace out the car in those last few laps. Don't know if his softs had gone. Matt Psycho, even with that damage, applying the pressure at the end there, very close for the win. Finishes in second. Guesty clings on to that podium, carrying the damage for virtually that whole last quarter of the race. So superb stuff from Guesty. Led the race early on, if you remember, and tried to make that fuel last way too long in the first stint. Lost a bit of time. Got himself back into a podium position. Kale, his fight for the championship didn't quite pay off in the end with Racer Brown winning, but fourth place still. Best of the rest. Great stuff from Kale. Homesick Alien, he was ahead of Kale, but it looked like he had to fuel save mid-race, and he ended up behind Kale. Jay had an absolute disaster of a couple of laps, but other than that, what a great race Jay's had. He had a bit of an issue there with the leaders at the end. I don't know if he was trying to unlap himself or if he was just trying to stay behind them, but that looked stressful. And Dio There in 7th, we saw him hit the wall. He was up there, wasn't he? He was edging. Homesick Alien. He was battling in that battle. But in the end, we saw him have a little knock on the wall, and that was his race spent, really. And Trivs, he did look like he did lovely, consistent lap times. It's just, the car doesn't look too battered. So, there, Trivs finishing in 8th. And I think I can confirm while I'm here, because that's the beauty of doing a replay, the final tables, I suppose. I'll go to how they all finished, because that's a good habit to get into, really. There you go. Move this arrow down here out the way. So that is the finishing positions. Racer Brown in first, with Matt Psycho coming home in 2nd. Very close, though. Very tight. Can't emphasize in the stats page how close that race was at the very end there. Sorry, I'm playing on my new iPad again, looking for... Oh, because I keep going right near the bottom for GT3 or Wes, because it's Wes, W, but it's not, because it's G. So it's up with GTMC. Sorry. There we go. Found it. Open up the spoiler table. Click on that, and I'll tell you the final sittings when I go through them. So Racer Brown took the win, ahead of Matt Psycho with Guesty in 3rd. Take a boo, my son. Kale in 4th, Homesick Alien 5th, JOO in 6th, Diego in 7th, and Trivs GG in 8th. JOO got that fastest lap in the end with a 31.650, and I'm sure Jay, if it wasn't for a couple of bumps with the walls, would have fancied his chances today. And, well, the final tables have been released. They raced this a couple of weeks ago. I'm quite slow. I've been slow. I've been taking it easy, easy like a Sunday morning. Yeah, I've been enjoying the hollybobs. I've been enjoying the Christmas break to the max. So I haven't done any commentating for a while. But I'm caught up now with Wes. This championship's done and dusted, boys. Boom. Just got a couple of single races to do. Easy, easy. Got no racing at all scheduled next week, so I can just do it in my own sweet ass time. So, yes, the championship. That's where I was going. Sorry, I was getting sidetracked. Oh, Pat, back in the chat. I've just been expecting sex chats, Pat. Sorry. Pat saying that was a race and a half. Wow, it was, Pat. It was cracking. It was a crack-a-lacka. I hope you had a nice Christmas, Pat. Hope everything was cracking. I hope Santa brought you plenty of stuff. Oh, bless him. Okay, so the championship. You want to know the championship, the final drivers' positions. So I can reveal to you in first place was... There was never no doubt. It was Racer Brown. 4 wins this season. I mean, come on, 4 of 6. And his 2 non-wins were still pretty good. So, right. So, Racer Brown on 84 points. Kale finished on 72 points. Guesty came 3rd in the end with 66 points. Only finishing a point ahead of Homesick Alien in 4th. So, well, maybe if Homesick tried a little harder, he could have got that 3rd in the championship. But yes, Guesty finishing on 66 points. Homesick Alien on 65 points. JOO Pace on 63 points. He dropped a bit, didn't he, at the end there? Matt Psycho in 6th on 56 points. Diego in 7th on 50 points. Supermanny finished in 8th on 45 points. Trivs GG in 9th on 39 points. Jokas in 10th with 32 points. 11th was Bunny with 29 points. Uncle B Darren finished 12th with 26 points. Noxie in 13th with 22 points. Turtle finishing 14th in with 18 points. Digital Blasphemy in 15th with 11 points. Electric in 16th with 9 points. Rizla the Roller finishing in 17th on 2 points. And that's the table. There's another person at the bottom, and that's why it always sounds like I'm going to say something else, but he didn't even partake. So what's the point in saying his name? Why give him the promotion? It's Simon, but it doesn't matter. So, yeah, I don't know. I just don't know when the Wes will be back. I know it'll be Racer Brown will be hounded with that question. And I all three of us think it might be with the new game. It might be. We'll see what GT3 Supra comes with GT7, but I don't know. I'm not a fortune teller. I'm not savvy to anything. I'm just trying to kick up the events calendar now because I've got it all on my new iPad in front of me so I can play around. I'm like a media center here with the comments coming up on my phone, and I've got the whole of 2022 set out in front of me on my iPad with my colourful keyboard, and it's all great. So let's have a look into the new year. Let's have a look into my crystal ball, shall we? So Thursday, the 6th of January. This is the new season in 2022. It's not a new season, it's an old season, but it's the first thing that starts, okay? It's Thursday. It's the VGT. That's the Visions, isn't it? It's the Visions. I don't know what Vision they're on now. They've done the Golf. They've done the Mazda. So I don't know. Hopefully it's the Audi. That looks gnarly. So the VGT3 Season 3 will be kicking off Thursday the 6th. Won't be live because I'll be back at work, but you'll see the replay of that. Oh, but on Friday the 7th, people, we've got those cheeky little Scoobies back with the WRX-C4 for round 1 on Friday evening. That's Friday the 7th, not this Friday coming. Friday the 7th, that'll be live. And I tell thee, those Scoobies are a lot of fun. It's the Isle of Man one. It's the souped up one. They go maximum minimum, and they pelt it on tarmac, on mud, and in the rain. Then, the next week on Tuesdays, your Tuesday evening racing will be the Rivals. The Scoobies. We've got loads of Scoobies going up, haven't we? Scoobies v the Mitzies in the Rivals, and then Thursday VGT round 2. Oh, I think we've got something interesting happening on Saturday the 15th, but I'm not going to mention nothing because it's penciled in and I don't want to reveal. But yeah, Saturday the 15th of January might be very interesting. Might be a Team v Team. Let's have a listen. Keep our ears to the ground, or Discord, one or the other. Then, so the most of January, we've got the Rivals, VGT Season 3 and the WRXs to look forward to. And in February, look at this. This is really looking into the future. February, Thursdays, it changes to the PRC. What was that? That was like PRC. Oh, I can't remember what PRC stood for now. Pro Racing Championship. I think it is. I think it's the Japanese versus American thing. But that starts in February, whatever it is. So that's something to look forward to. Pretty sure it's the Pro-Am Racing Championship. So I think that's the American versus Japanese cars. So that'll be fun. And that's all we can see at the moment. Nothing else to be revealed. I mean, as a joke, he's put 2.5 hour quali in April the 1st, but if he thinks I'm falling for that, then he's crazy, because I'm not falling for that. So there we go. That's about it, really. Coming up in the new year, I'm sure other things will be added, but thank you for watching. We'll have another stream before the end of 2021. I believe so. So you'll hear me again before them bloody bells ring out. But if you're not going to join me until the new year, a big thank you for watching. Big thank you for commenting. Big thank you, all of you, for being involved. Oh, Pat's in the chat. That was a race and a half. Wow, yeah, I read that one. Italy next for Wes, isn't it? Ferraris, yeah, Group 3. That could be interesting. And Pat also saying specific Gym USA versus Japan. Specific. Oh, Racing Pacific Championship. That was it. Yeah, it is the Yanks versus the Japs. I've probably broken some woke codes then, but the Americans versus the Japanese. Anyway, that was a cracking race. Round 6, Racer Brown, another champion. Super stuff. Well done, my friend. Great racing by all. Great season. Cannot wait for the next one in the Ferraris. Could be on the new game, it looks like. So, see what they look like then. I was your broadcaster and your commentator, Hugh Jardon. Thank you for watching. I'll see you for the next race. We've got a rally race. We've got some electric cars. We've got loads still coming up. Just got to keep an eye out because I'll just stream randomly. I'll just get the urge and say, I must stream. I am Hugh Jardon and I have the urge to stream. And then we will stream. Not tomorrow, though, because it's my birthday, so thank you very much. I'll see you all later. Peace and love. Peace and love, y'all.